Hey folks, Evil DM's the name. Oriental Adventures is our game today. The class we'll be looking at today is the Yakuza. The Yakuza is one of the probably the funnest classes to play because of the way it's basically written up and how it's structured. So flip to page 26 for me in the OA book. Grab your OA book and let's run through this. When I think of Yakuza, I think of it as basically the Oriental Adventures version of the Italian mob, so to speak. They are the protectors of the area, but at a cost. Think those movies where you see the guys go into the store, the local business guy, in Queens or Brooklyn, and they're like, hey, gotta get my little, Brooklyn Italian accent going on there. So, I wouldn't want any, anything bad to happen to your business. So you want to pay a little protection, a little money. We'll make sure nothing happens to you because we wouldn't want anything bad to happen to your business. As they raise a fist looking at the guy, basically those are the Yakuza, those type of guys, the mobsters, pretty much, the Italian mobsters, the mafia, pretty much. So in the book, they're regarded as a thug, extortionist, mercenary, and more even regarded by the local, like a local police force of the area, so to speak. They are underworld, they're controlling, they direct illegal activities such as gambling, prostitution, and smuggling to maintain the order in their territory. They do not allow anything to happen in their territory unless they get some type of piece of the pie or some type of cut going on. They will even have support of the local daimyo lord of the area, and they will control the area that way through him, but he will not, of course, acknowledge the fact that he is. So it's kind of like the local mayor or the local, maybe even governor of the province or whatever, controlling the area through the mob. But if they get caught, it's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. There's no connection there whatsoever, right? So getting onto the class itself, you must be lawful because even mobsters have honor, so why not? You can even be lawful good, which is kind of contradictory because you're doing illegal activities and you're thieving and you're stealing, but I guess you're doing it with honor, so it's okay to be lawful good. You're the DM, you do what you want in your game, right? There are no prime requisites for this class to get an XP bonus, but you are required to at least have a 16 in charisma, 15 in strength and dexterity, and 11 in intelligence. You have to have those to even qualify. Only humans and Koburuku can be Yakuza, so the Oriental Dwarves and humans are the only two races that are allowed. You get a d6 just like your thief counterpart, and you attack and save like thieves as well. You may use any weapon, but are restricted in armor types, which will not interfere with any of the abilities of your skills, your thieving skills, because you get thieving skills. Only wearing leather or padded armor without a shield is basically the only thing you're going to get, no restrictions. You're part of a Yakuza family and must roll on the birth rank table with a -5 penalty. Due to being adopted by said family, you don't have to roll on the birth rank tables, or the ancestry or the birth right tables, as you're no longer connected to your former family, as you've cut all ties because you're now part of the mob family. You're a made man, you know what I'm saying? You start with a gaming proficiency right off the bat for free, and you have 3 slots to fill as you see fit. They use the same hit tables and hit points as a thief, like I said. And you get the following abilities, much like a thief. Let's see here. It's on the next page. So let me scroll over there for you. Oh, or maybe it's on the previous page, but I forgot. Anyway, they gave the ability to move silently, pick pockets, hide in shadows, open locks, and they open locks at the same probability as a ninja, and hear noise the same level as a monk. They also gain 2 unique skills to this class, which are pretty interesting. We'll go over those. Investigate and contacts. Investigate is basically your early form of gather information, but the twist with this is by any means necessary. They use whatever resources they have, whatever money. Yeah, they got to bribe those people for the info. So, maybe beat a few people up, however you want to handle it as the Yakuza with your DM. But it all, of course, is based on random die rolls. So you have some random die rolls because you have to pay people off, how much money you're going to have to basically charge, how long does it take, and how useful the information is. Unfortunately, the Yakuza's information gathering is only limited to how powerful he is. When you first start the game, your power of influence in the game is only like a block. And a block is the smallest part, which it basically covered right here. So you have a 20% chance to investigate and get your information in one block area that it's covered. And you as the DM have to decide where the game is taking place and if that Yakuza actually has some influence in that block of the city that you're in. And as you go up in levels, you can see the percentage of investigate gets higher and more ability is covered there as far as more blocks. The wards is a little bit higher. Then we go to district, and then finally with Providence. So you have to really sit down as a DM and decide what city are we playing in, where is this campaign going to go, and does this Yakuza have ability to have reach into this area we're at. You also have to remember that with Yakuza, there are various Yakuza families everywhere throughout the game. So if you're coming to a new city, this Yakuza has to worry about, well, what Yakuza clan is here? What family is going to be watching me? Am I going to start a Yakuza war? So there's things like that. Contacts is something new as well. It's basically like it says, people that the Yakuza knows some way and gets the information they need from them. Whether it be information or goods, a good Yakuza never actually reveals his source or information about his source whatsoever. You never treat them badly, so you sometimes, wet their whistle, wet their beak, whatever you want to call it, throw them a few bucks here and there, maybe even do a favor or two for him or her here. Look at that. Side missions for the DM. Really easy to set it up there as well. Yakuza have the ability of a key power to anticipate his opponent's moves for a short period of time, enabling him to reduce damage by half, rounded up, from attacks. This can be done once per round, basically reducing a single attack in that round a number of times per day equal to his level. I found this kind of interesting because a lot of these predictive type things that are in the games, or like sensing abilities like that, usually have some weird mechanic that the DM has to kind of figure out his own way to get around and actually make it work during the game. But this one actually just says, boom, he's predicted it, he knows how to do it, just half the damage, rounded up, done. I kind of liked it. It's just basically like he's parrying or slightly dodging or something like that. I like how it's just simple and done right for you. So since you're part of a family, you also get a stipend per month, and it does increase as you go up in level, and the mob takes care of their family, so you got to get a little money here and there. Starting at level 2, and I found this one kind of interesting how it works, but I've kind of modified it myself. The family, you can call upon the family for help once per level. Now, I said once per level, not once per day per level. This is a once per level time. This is like I need help, yo, family, come over here. Now, it says that it'll send a number of Yakuza equal to your level, and there'll be lower levels than your level, and I didn't really like the way that was. Honestly, when I used this, I considered it like a serious call of help. So when the Yakuza would call upon someone, you would think it's the big guns coming in. So I would kind of, at lower levels, like if the Yakuza called in someone, I would send someone in that was like 2 to 3 levels higher than him, because he's calling for help. If he needs help, it's a serious matter. It's not a joke. So why would he have these low-level mooks coming in, right? No, that doesn't work that way. Rank with the family is marked by tattoos, generally on the arms or the backs, or in places that it's not so visible, but if they have to, identify themselves, they can easily just do one of these or whatever. I think the Russian mob does the same thing as well. I mean, I've seen it on various shows. I don't know if it's realistic or not, but I know Arrow, the TV show, they used to use that for the Russian mob and everything. Honor plays an important part to this character, and you have to think of it this way. If your personal honor falls below the family honor of the Yakuza, you're basically considered an outcast by your entire family. You're treated as like you were dead to the family. They don't want to acknowledge you. Even your contacts and your influences turn their back to you until you can reprove yourself again to the family. So it's very much like the mafia. You're dead to the family, and probably they will go out of their way to kill you at some point as well, because you are a disappointment and you're just a dirtbag to the family. So here's another probably side mission adventure for the DM and the player and the group to get his honor back, to get him back in the family. So he's seen as, that great family member again, not that black sheep. So, like I said before, the final thing about a Yakuza is, while they are working for the local lord in the area and doing illegal activities, if they're caught doing these things, they will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law as if they were just basically any common thief. They will be acknowledged the fact that they were working for anybody. So if they're working for the local lord, he will be like, yeah, I don't know, just throw him in jail, execute him, whatever. And even if you have a great relationship with that guy, he's still going to be like, later. He doesn't care. He's cutting ties with you and doesn't want to be known because he can't, because it dishonors him to be found out. So that is the Yakuza in a nutshell and how he works pretty much. Tell me what you think about this class. Have you used this class? Have you played this class? Have you ran it as a DM? What modifications to this class have you done? Throw it in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And hit that bell notification so we know when the new videos are coming out. Don't forget, I'm on Twitch pretty much every day. Twitch.tv/TheEvilDM. And on there, I am going through playing mostly MMOs and horror-based type survival games. So if you like to watch those things and watch the RollHigherDie.com crew, go over there and check those out. I appreciate it. So keep it original and keep it old school. And good night, everybody.